Welcome to Deep Insights, the podcast that pulls back the curtain on why business teams are still buried in manual work and stuck with outdated software stacks. Where we'll look at the broken systems, the spreadsheet chaos, and the lack of real-time insights that slow companies down, and how AI and modern technology are finally flipping the script. My name is Daniel Zaturansky, and today's guest is Daniel Zaturansky. Daniel is the co-founder and an executive officer at Powtoon, with over a decade of experience in building and scaling digital-first companies. He brings a unique perspective on how storytelling and video can transform the way businesses operate. Daniel, it's really great to have you here. Welcome.
Thank you, Daniel, for having me here.
Of course, my pleasure. So let's start with the obvious. It's almost unbelievable to think that AI has been with us only for like a couple of years, I would say, in this wave. I mean, it has been a long ride, but generative AI has been with us almost like 2 years now, and It's almost very hard to imagine the world and life before it. It's like it has been here forever. Now, one of the areas that Gen AI specifically has really, I would say, has made a revolution in is content creation. It goes from text, audio, video, images, all of that. Content creation has been one of the main building blocks and one of the main values that large language models specifically has created with us. Now, Powtoon has been in the content, I would say, business for a long time, and you have been one of the pioneers when it comes to creating and democratizing access to creating high value content for everybody. How did you feel the shock of Gen AI coming into the business, and what was the first time that you felt, oh, this is something different here, and this thing is going to impact our business, and we need to be ready and evolve with this new technology? Whether that's when Sora came in, Runway, all of like Dolly, all those content creations, all of a sudden content creation became something that everybody could do. When was that time that you realized that, hey, we really need to act fast and we need to be reactive to this change, or we may not be along here?
Yeah, the good question. So as you mentioned that the AI, generative AI came to us in a storm.
Yeah.
And obviously we realized that we need to adapt. And give you a little bit background story that in 2017 we won a competition, AI competition that IBM did, and we won in the local competition in Israel, and went after to Barcelona. So AI wasn't really distant to us.
Yeah.
We knew that to take it to the real high level, we needed to invest a lot of resources, and we decided that we'll wait a little bit. And then 2023 came, and we saw, okay, let's build on the knowledge that we accumulated over the time, and really act upon that. So what we did, we really took a partner with us that helped us to build a video creation system in a way that incorporating AI and the knowledge of how to create a topic which we really invested in our niche, which is learning and development, where you need to create courses and compliance videos for enterprises.
Makes sense.
So that's what we did. We really build a system that knows how to create courses, how to take the knowledge and the structure of a course into a video. So we did it within a few months. We created that product and iterated and improved upon that. So that really was for us the entry into the AI world. And you mentioned all of the other generative AI. Of course, you, in order to make a video, you need to have different elements, which is text, video, voiceover, avatars, all of them.
Storyline, obviously.
Storyline, all of the information and all of the process that takes normally a few days up to a few weeks. We managed to shorten them into, let's say, a few hours of work using best of breed AI systems, AI solutions, such as 11 Labs for text to speech.
Yeah, I've experienced with them. They're great. Yeah,
they're very good. VO3, VO2, all the other video text to video generative AI, and video to video, docs to video. So we learn from all of the process and all the information that we get it from our previous, all our video that's created in our platform, and build the process for our users to get to the results fast.
I have so many questions. So it seems that you're actually using Gen AI to your benefit. Saying, hey, this is a powerful transformative technology. It actually is going to make your product better now, and you're using it to your advantage rather than a threat. Is that correct?
That's correct. Specifically because if you look on other tools out there, there have been invested millions, even hundreds of millions. If you take Synthesia, for example, they're over $320 million funded.
Yeah, of course.
And to compete with them is very difficult on that scale.
Yeah.
But if we choose a niche, which for us is L&D, we know really intimately what their needs, what their pain, and with that in mind, we developed a product that's exactly tailored to them. And obviously from there, we can expand to different other departments. If it's CIOs, if it's going to the customer success management, if you go into the sales enablement, all of these are going to be eventually as a derivatives from the development of the learning development, because that's the good basis.
Did that change I would say the pricing economy in your product in any way? Because all of a sudden you are relying on external resources as well as, and we know at least today, generative AI is not cheap, definitely. Did that change your pricing strategy or business model in any way all of a sudden that you're using AI now?
That's a good questions, because in the beginning we saw that the market has changed. The users are hopping from one product to another,
just trying the new technologies to see what sticks. Yeah.
They don't really be loyal to your product. They're gonna try different others.
We are seeing, by the way, we are seeing that also now with vibe coding and code generation tools like Cursor, Lovable, like all of those. They are seeing like a very huge exponential growth, and many times also a very exponential decline because people like to try stuff. They want to go try the thing. There is a hype around the tool. They use it and then they get bored. They want to do something else. They want to try something else. So I completely relate to what you're saying, that we're seeing users, they are still trying to figure out what this technology is about, what tools are there, and they want to experiment more and more.
And what we saw with our clients, that if we encourage our users to buy the yearly accounts, yearly plans. And if we can do that, we obviously need to reduce our monthly pricing, because if you convince them that Powtoon is for you, or a product, any product you're working with, and you're convincing them and you're pushing them to the yearly with big discounts, for yearly plans, it doesn't work anymore as it worked before. So we needed to reduce the monthly plans, at least so they can try it out, enjoy, and get the wow moments, and then from that, we can actually give them a discount, maybe slower, smaller discount for the yearly plans. And that's what actually we see the trend.
It's interesting. You're actually saying that as there are so many options and so many new technologies and products to explore, users and customers are less, I would say, attracted to yearly plans. They don't want to commit to that long because that's kind of FOMO of, hey, what's out there that I'm missing right now?
Imagine you've got so many new products coming out.
Yeah.
You've got so many features that new products are taking out to the market. Then obviously they really cut or spread very thin. And obviously the budget is the same budget. The budget not doubled or tripled, as we see now in the investment. I mean, in investment world, we see crazy investment into the AI. Some saying it's a bubble, but still,
many say it's a bubble.
Many say that, but
yet to be seen.
Yeah, let's see. But in reality, the budgets are the same, and we see a trend in the market that many companies trying to consolidate their tools. So they're buying out different vertical integrated tools in order for them to serve better their clients.
Definitely. I agree with that. Quick follow-up question. Have you noticed, we're talking about how the behavior and habits of customers are changing. They're going more for short-term plans rather than committing to longer-term plans, which obviously causes all sorts of headache for businesses from cash flow perspective. Let's park that for a moment. But have you also seen a change in the type of new customers coming in? As these new technologies make it easier for everybody now to create content and for everybody to create courses or everybody to be a semi-expert in some field, have you seen a change in type of customers that you're saying? Like savvy customers versus less savvy customers, or bigger customers, or smaller customers, or no, you haven't seen any change in the customer itself?
So in terms of the customers, we didn't see any big difference. We see that the customers are more relate on your AI capabilities. They want to see more of the one-stop shop element in your solution. And on the enterprise side, we do see that more and more interested now in a solution, because all of a sudden you can create more with less.
Yeah.
And that saves a lot of money. For example, an enterprise video creation used by, let's say, agency would cost anything between $2,000 to $5,000 per course.
Yeah,
at least. And now with integrated tools, you can do it with 1 or 2 instructional designers within your team, and you can create more of those videos much faster and in the same level or the same quality.
Sometimes even better. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's what we see, and we see more and more people within the organization manage to do those videos, whereas in the past you need to be very high level instructional designer or learning and development manager to really create them on the best level. But now you upload your documents into the platform, and the platform knows your brand rules, your colors,
the brand book,
who are your customers,
Yeah.
What's your locations. So it builds based on your requirements much faster, and the content is really very accurate. At the same time, it can translate you to up to 180 languages all of a sudden. So that's what we see, a shift in maybe reduce of the level of the customers themselves, so you can give it to others to create, and then iterate on the results better.
Have you seen customers coming with this idea of, no, you know what? Now that we have AI, we're gonna create it ourselves. We don't need agencies anymore. We're just gonna do it in house. I know I have been talking to a lot of customers when it comes. A lot of folks talking about how can we use AI for analytics, or how can we use AI for better mining data or making insights from the data. Many times that I have seen sometimes folks saying, you know what, now we have the tools, maybe we're just gonna give it a try ourselves. Most times it doesn't succeed because it's more than, just generation of content or code is not the biggest part of creating a product and bringing value. So sometimes it's not that easy. But I'm wondering whether have you seen similar behavior or similar statements from the customers of saying, now we have Sora now, or we have this VO, or with that model, we can just do it ourselves. We don't need your tool anymore.
We actually seen the other way around. Since there are so many tools
Interesting.
that are widespread in the market, but they don't have the right security level for enterprises, because you need high level security, and it's very important specifically for every enterprise. But if you're talking to organizations like banks or insurance,
Financial
or even pharma, they need very, very high level of security. So their
compliance
content,
is the king.
Compliance, So actually, we are only integrate tools that has very high level of compliance and security, and they prefer to work through us, that they don't need to go through the hassle of CISO, making sure that all the documentation. We are the, let's say, the aggregator for those tools, and that for them is like ticking the box and no-brainer for us, because they trust us.
Interesting. So you're saying that you have created. So with that, let's talk about value proposition. If I asked you what was the main value proposition from a business perspective of Powtoon 4 years ago, whether I ask you today what is the value proposition of Powtoon, has that changed? Has that changed dramatically? Has that changed, or it hasn't changed at all? Creating beautiful visuals for the courses, etc. Has that been part of your value proposition at any point?
Let's separate into two. One is the video creation.
Yes.
And one is the content for the video.
Course itself.
The course itself.
Of course.
Putting all the information there, know how the structure of the course.
Definitely.
So I can say, yes, we added that element into our value proposition, because all of a sudden, with AI, with the right prompt engineering, you can create the content for the course. Obviously, it needs to have some modification and need like professional eyes. But this is another value proposition that we can offer today, rather than, today if you compare it to 4 years ago.
Yeah, because I think what I heard from your describing it was, now that essentially content creation, and with content, let's talk about video creation, audio creation, graphics creation. Let's say that has been commoditized. I don't think it has been, but let's say for the sake of conversation, if that is the case, it seems to me, and what I'm reading between the lines is that it seems to me that you have focused the business on what your core competency is, which is, hey, we know the best how to create these really good courses in L&D for R&Ds that really delivers, that we know what a course should have, and we have all the knowledge of how to do that the best, and we are doubling down on creating that end-to-end product, whether the creation of the videos or audios comes from here or comes there, we don't care about that, because our value proposition is the knowledge that we have of how a course should be. And that is our value proposition, rather than we create the most beautiful images for those images, or we create the best voiceovers. That's what I'm hearing.
So let me rephrase. You're right. The value proposition has changed I would say dramatically, adding all of the best of breed AI tools. As you said, we added avatar. Now you can create your own avatar, Daniel. You can just sit in front of a camera. I can take 30 seconds of your video, add it to one of the solutions. Like we work with HeyGen. You got our HeyGen. They create your digital twin, as you call it, and all of a sudden, with your voice, with everything, you can present. You create your own podcast, your own courses in front of everybody.
Exciting and creepy at the same time. Like it's really amazing.
And we do it. Our CEO Ilya is presenting now a lot of his company presentations and
his digital twin.
Yes.
Amazing.
And our, let's say, customer service people that creating lots of tutorials with their voice, with their image, and you can't even tell the difference.
I know. The world has become a very scary place. I know, but I think that has become. But what they say, the content that say, and how I think that where your product's gonna shine.
Yes. So taking all of that in mind and learning from previous videos and courses people created, we're learning from the structure, how it works, and obviously working with experts in from the field, how to build the best course, the best compliance video, and the structure. We put everything, all the information inside of the prompt engineering, and all of a sudden you just upload a document, any document you want, and it's create for you amazing video, like for 2 to 3 minutes, a 60-page document created within one video that
just delivers
the message, and very beautifully, and at the same time you can easily edit that, because if you use Sora or Veo 3, you can't edit. You need to reproduce it, regenerate it, and it costs a lot of.
It's not comfortable.
Yeah, a lot of credits.
Have you from maybe a technical question, and I'm wondering how you're thinking about this. When it comes to the cost of the LLM itself, how do you look at that? Do you just observe that as part of the user, or have you switched to more of a consumption-based model that user is responsible for that? How have you been thinking about that?
So, in order for users to consume the credits, we introduced credit system. Mm-hmm. We priced that, and now users that use one of the AI tools, they consume it from their credit. If it's depleted, they buy more credits. Is that so? That we saw a rise in our income, and we have all of a sudden a pipeline of over $500,000 in credit line that companies looking to buy. So that's something we really took in, but obviously it's not pure money for us. We need to
pay something back to them.
Pay back, we pay the share, but the prices of the credits going down. I mean, we just experienced Veo 3 reduced their pricing by about 30%.
Oh wow, that's considerable.
Yeah, and it makes sense for us and for clients. But we also integrating with other video tools such as Sedance, because we know that for the free trial, we don't want to consume lots of credits. So we allow users to try that. In the beginning, if you like it, we have the Veo 2, Veo 3, and once you buy a plan, you get 500 credits coming with it. Once you consume it, you can renew that. Yeah, renew that.
Amazing. So you mentioned when it comes to use of AI within Powtoon itself, you mentioned one of the use cases being that your CEO gives some of his company presentations via a digital twin avatar that has been created. And that's obviously Powtoon's technology. Have you been using AI in the company in other areas, or for what use cases? Marketing, finance, business operations, HR, IT? Like, are there other areas that you have really seen good use cases of not only, I would say, video or audio, can be anything for AI?
Sure, Daniel. Since AI is out, we do a lot of workshops based on AI, bringing people from all fields. If it's specifically R&D, design and marketing.
Yeah.
These are the field that we really, really think that AI gonna bring very big impact. So our creative team using a lot of AI, different tools. I can see that from the credit cards. I mean, we're using Mesh. You see all of the expenses for different tools. They're playing around, and they bring in amazing results. That's very beautiful. I like what they're seeing, and we can see that how we can escalate the speed to value, speed to creation very quickly within those departments. Same as marketing. Marketing, we're building quite a lot of we're using the agentic side of the AI. We're building, creating marketing pieces, starting from the social media, creating blog posts, and all of, we're using a lot of AI and agents in order to create the whole automation. So that's really works very well. As well with our SDRs, we managed to outreach new prospects quite easily, quite fast. The scale went up by using AI tools, and even the finance department.
Yeah, we talked about that.
And they created now, for example, they created a tool using Base 44 that allows our salespeople to calculate their fees,
their commissions.
Yeah.
Amazing. That's a great use case, because I know specifically commission. There are tools out there that you pay like $40,000 a year just to create that and forecast, and all of a sudden you have a tool like that for everybody with a couple of minutes. That's an amazing.
Exactly, and he created it in 2 hours in one afternoon.
Yeah. And all of a sudden everybody has access to that.
Everybody who needs to have access, but then it saves him about 2 to 3 hours per month to do the calculation, and back and forth with the head of sales. All of a sudden, in 1 minute, it's there, bam.
That's a great use case. Whatever, kudos to that, because it's actually using AI with the numbers and money, right?
Correct.
All of a sudden, it's not, that picture is not beautiful. The fee is definitive. You want to know that by cent, and you want to make sure about that. And I think it just shows how long AI has come, that you feel comfortable allowing an AI created tool calculate the fees and commissions for the users. And because a mistake there can cause a lot of headache for you, can cause a lot of headache for the company. And I really love to hear that, because it just shows how mature AI has become when it comes to even doing it with the finance numbers, which we all know that is a sensitive area.
Exactly.
That's great to hear.
Exactly. Well, we have dozens of these examples. For example, from our customer success, we have a collection manager, and he created for himself a system, a small app that allows him, and it follows up the collection of money that he needs to collect for customers, and it saves him now lots of time.
Just to know where the collection is, what the collection rate is against issued invoices.
And it's helping him to approach these people on a regular basis, not forget things behind, and all of a sudden you see the collection is improving.
Yes.
So it's tangible. You can actually feel
it's actually money coming into the company.
Coming in,
Yeah. That's also, this is not the first time that use case I have also seen, even though for AI is a very simple task to do, right?
Exactly.
Just show all the invoices that we have sent. You have, let's say the month is closed, so actually you have done the bank reconciliation. So it's really easy to know, okay, from all the invoices that we have sent, which has not been paid yet, right? It's a very simple, theoretically basic question, but it needs, if it's not done correctly, it needs to be done manually. It's a lot of work to do. Like you can send, have hundreds of invoices out and go and check which are done and done not right. Obviously, it's issue. So I have heard that use case many times when it comes from finance teams, that we want to know what the collection rate is. Now, there are additional inputs that I'm happy to talk about that in more context, but all of a sudden you want to be able to catch trends. Yep. Maybe there are customers that are always late with paying, right? You want to know that. Like we know that customer is always late because is a human in the loop from their side, and that's just what it is. Or there are ones that pay ahead of time, so all of a sudden taking these trends into the account can create a much more accurate cash forecast for your team. So there are many use cases around that I've seen as well, and it's great what AI can do from that perspective. I want to ask you last two questions. Mm-hmm. There is a debate in the industry. It's a kind of a general question. Is AI here to replace us, or is it here to help us be more productive? And there are two camps. No one knows who's obviously right. You can belong to one of the camps. I'm wondering, what camp do you belong to? What do you think? Is AI here? Is AI going to replace a lot of roles and functions in an enterprise, or do you feel that AI is there to transform those roles, create new roles, and it's just part of a natural change?
It's a really good question. If you ask me which camp I am, it's very hard to say because I believe in both. First of all, I believe that AI gonna help us to improve, generate more jobs, or it's like with the internet, when electricity was invented, people thought, I can't do that but then eventually, yes, that's created new jobs, new different roles, opportunities for others. And on the other hand, yes, it's gonna replace us in many roles, or in many ways that we won't need to be there, because AI or robots can do things faster, better, and they don't need to rest like human beings. But I believe, like, with that in mind, I think the world is going to let us do whatever we love doing.
Yes.
We're good at using our creativity, everybody in his field, because we are a human being, we can't really be working very hard. And if we can work 4 days a week, even 3 days a week, and do other things, human things for others, for ourselves, use our creativity in any way or in talent, that, first of all, people are going to be more happy. And secondly, we're going to fulfill our destiny in the world, rather than working all the time. We're going to do something useful for ourselves as human beings. That's my theory, that eventually we're gonna be human. We have time to each other.
So you are imagining a beautiful future. Like you're optimistic about that future.
Definitely.
Last question. We were talking about this, and we talked about the value proposition of Powtoon before and now, and kind of it raised this question to my mind. There is this movie. I'm not sure if you've seen it. It's called Groundhog Day. And Groundhog Day. It's the one with Bill Murray, I think, that wakes up every day and it's the same day.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a great movie. For viewers that haven't seen that, definitely a must see. Take 2 hours at this weekend and see Groundhog Day. If you wake up and all of a sudden it was the first day that you started Powtoon, and you knew what's going to happen, and you knew you can take all those decisions again and again and again, like Bill Murray did in that day. He take the same scenario, and each time took a different decision. If you had that opportunity and you wanted to start things all over again, what would you keep the same and what would you change with everything that you know about technology today?
You're talking before the AI or after?
Before the AI.
Before the AI. So before the AI, I would definitely invest more time and more resources into building the elements of creating an AI video. So once the AI there, you just need to catch up there. You just learn what is the best way to create a video, how to put the content, the text into the video and create it out of it.
Yeah.
So that's how I would definitely invest more than before, with in mind that AI gonna come there, so we're gonna be first to market. And what I would
Keep the same.
keep the same, the spirit of improvement, having fun on the way, and really serving the best our customers.
But you would still create the same business. You would create the same Powtoon, just better, with more advantage and stronger, but you would create the same kind of product.
You didn't say I have the choice.
Let's say you have some choice of changing Powtoon slightly for a different product. Would you, if you started all over again, would you change that?
I would change the way we build and structure the company.
Interesting.
On many ways, if it's financially, and if it's on hiring, and if it's on focus on the product. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Now we have.
You're welcome.
Now at the end of every episode, we get to say a toast, and the guest always gets to choose what you want to toast for. You have one wish. What do you want to toast for?
Well, it's. I want to toast obviously for generally, right?
Of course.
Generally, I want to toast that, and it needs to be AI based, right?
It's a theme of the podcast.
Of course.
But you know what?
Sure.
You can. I give you a pass.
So I want that AI gonna take us to a good place as in a humanity.
Yeah.
It's help us to solve really hard problems, at the same time free us for what we really wanna do, be more creative, be more happy, and really take care of the environment we live on all levels. If it's Earth-like or if it's human-like.
A happier, healthier, more successful place.
Yes.
Cheers to that.
Yeah. Cheers to that.
Thank you so much.
Cheers. Bye.
Chaim.